Coming up on Mountain News this morning, some students' wishes came true today as multiple schools canceled due to the snow. And one organization is helping the homeless by delivering care packages in the cold weather.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Madison Carmouche. We are slowly but surely making our way to that 6 o'clock mark this snowy Friday morning. Let's check in with meteorologist Megan Dusmall for a look at your forecast. Megan, it is literally snowing outside. I can't believe it.
It is snowing and it's quite early. Normally we don't see that first flake until early to late December here in Eastern Kentucky, so it's definitely a nice change of events to see that nice, beautiful snow. But we are under a first alert weather day for those first flakes this season, and there's a couple of things that you need to be aware of. While it is nice to see those snowflakes, we do have that snow and wintry mix in effect with some higher winds as well as those cold temperatures. Here are all the counties that are under this winter weather advisory. You can get more information on the weather tab on our website. But let's take a look at those temperatures this morning, and it is quite cold. We're really looking at that freezing mark if you're anywhere east of Hazard of 32 degrees here in Hazard, Jackson, and Prestonsburg. And those high temperatures will be getting up ever so slightly to the low 40s for today. And we track on the satellite and radar the snow that's pushing through our area. However, this is not the only round today. We do expect a second round to come through as we go into the evening hours. But for the next 12 hours, you can really just see that temperature change, not moving too much. And even as we go into the overnight hours, we won't be getting down as low as we saw today. So that is some good news. Madison.
All right, Megan, thank you. Calling a snow day can be a process starting early in the morning for school administrators. The Perry County School District covers roads from Buckhorn to Leatherwood. Transportation Director Shannon Hoskins says staff are out in the conditions before the sun rises checking roads.
If we realize that we're probably a place that it's going to hit, we're going to go out about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning and start checking in hollers or roads that are hard to get to, and then we'll hit the main roads.
Hoskins says if there are some slick spots, they will call school off instead of finding different routes for bus drivers. You can find the latest list of school closings on WYMT.com and the WYMT News app. Just scan this QR code for a link to download the app. You can also sign up for breaking news alerts. The snow and the cold did not stop Kentucky fans from rolling up their sleeves to donate blood. With 1 day left to go, Kentucky leads rival Tennessee in the Big Blue Crush blood drive. Nearly 2,000 Kentucky fans have donated this week. You can donate at any Kentucky Blood Center or mobile blood drive. Donors get shirts, ice cream coupons, and a chance to win tickets to the UK Louisville football game. Winter weather is hitting close to home, and for those without a home, the elements can become an extreme obstacle. WYMT's Buddy Forbes spoke to one area emergency shelter that is hoping to ease the burden one bag at a time.
With the snow and sleet moving in, some organizations are on the move to help those with nowhere to call home.
It gets colder and it starts to snow. That's when people's lives are really in danger.
The West Care Emergency Shelter in Pikeville is working to connect its unhoused neighbors in Pike and Floyd counties with care packages to make it through the snowy season.
It was designed by individuals who were at the shelter who have been unhoused. So we got with them and we asked them, what do you need to make it through a night?
The shelter works with area partners and churches to fill the bags with blankets, Narcan, socks, gloves, cardboard boxes, toiletries, jackets, and a list of free meals available in the Pikeville area, leaving the bags at known campsites and near bridges to help meet folks where they are.
You see the reality of what it is to be unhoused, and it's kind of heartbreaking, so we just have to help them the best we can. And if they can't come here, if they want help, we will go to the ends of the earth to find someone or somewhere for them to go, someone to help them.
Though the shelter only has limited space for residents, it also serves as a warming station for anyone in need during the winter months, opening its doors for rest, showers, heat, and more. So directions to the shelter and a photo of its exterior are included with every care kit.
A lot of people don't necessarily want to come to a shelter, or they don't want help, and that's okay. So we just have to keep them alive until they're ready for the help. And sometimes it's a blanket, sometimes it's just someone to talk to, a friendly face.
Hoping to tie up a little hope in every bag. In Pike County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
The shelter delivered more bags to Floyd and Pike County communities yesterday in anticipation of the current forecast. The shelter doors will be open to those in need as the cooler weather continues. You can contact the shelter at 606-432-9442 for further guidance. Kentucky State Police have provided some tips for being prepared ahead of the winter weather season. Troopers say to not be out on snowy or icy roads unless you absolutely have to be. They also urge you to have a winter emergency kit ready in the event you get stranded. This includes having a cell phone, a charger, blankets, jumper cables, and a windshield scraper. We have much more about this on our website, WYMT.com. Just click on this story.
It is quite a cold morning today, making a coat a necessity. And for the entire area, we'll continue to see these colder temperatures even as we're going into the afternoon hours. But take a look at those temperatures right now as you split the area in half almost from the east side of Hazard. That's where you're going to see those below freezing temperatures, 32 here in Hazard, Jackson, and Prestonsburg. And it's going to be even colder as you're heading towards Wise, 30, and Clintwood, 29. Logan even at 28 degrees. But take a look at how much colder it feels with those feels like temperatures. And there you can see Hazard feels like 27, even though it's at that 32 degree mark. And it feels even colder as you're heading towards Logan, 20 degrees, and Wise feels like 21 degrees. And we're going to continue to watch as the snow is pushing through our area this morning. We do have that mix and that rain as you're heading more towards the west where you had those warmer temperatures, but we'll continue to monitor this throughout the rest of your day. Madison.
All right, Megan, thank you. The NFL is issuing a security alert after a string of burglaries involving the homes of two of the league's biggest stars. Sources tell CBS News the FBI is investigating whether a South American crime ring is behind the burglaries. CBS's Jared Hill has the latest.
This morning, the NFL is tackling a pair of high-profile home break-ins that may be part of a bigger crime ring.
Touchdown, Kansas City!
As the Kansas City Chiefs celebrated an early October win, authorities responded to a break-in at the home of Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce. One day before, according to authorities, the home of Kansas City's quarterback Patrick Mahomes was also hit.
I can't get into too many of the details because the investigation is still ongoing, but obviously something that you don't want to happen to really anybody, but obviously yourself.
Now, the league has issued a security alert to teams and the players' union, warning organized and skilled criminals are increasingly targeting the homes of pro athletes. In a memo obtained by the Associated Press, the NFL said the groups survey players' whereabouts and target their homes on game days. Jeff Lanza, a former FBI agent.
You got 53 players on each team, plus the coaches. They're not going to be at their house. Now, if there's nobody at the house at all, that gives the criminals the opportunity.
There are also questions about whether the possible syndicate is working beyond the NFL. Milwaukee Bucks forward Bobby Portis is offering a reward for information after posting a video he says shows people breaking into his home while he was working. Sources tell CBS News the FBI is investigating whether a South American crime ring is behind the burglaries. Jared Hill, CBS News.
An FBI spokesperson said the Bureau would neither confirm nor deny the existence of an investigation. Thanks for joining us on Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. When we return, there's escalation overseas after Russia fired a new ballistic missile capable of holding a nuclear weapon.